Hello everybody, today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a different type of video. This video is going to be on how to learn a new champion, pick up a new champion's playstyle, how to play them, and overall how to get in the mindset of learning a new champion as quickly as possible to be able to play them at the same level as other champions that you've played before. So this game, we're going to be looking at my first ever Pantheon Jungle game that I just played recently. I had never played Pantheon Jungle before, but he seemed like someone I should know how to play, and I should get a little more comfortable on. So my first game here, I'm going to be focusing on learning his playstyle, taking what I already know about him, and then transferring that over into learning his limits, learning what I should do on him, and how to use him effectively in the jungle, and as effectively as I can some of my other junglers. So coming into your first game with a champion, you should know what they do. As in, you should know what their style is. I know from experience of playing against Pantheons, and also from reading up on Pantheon, as you should do with any champion you're going to learn, that he's one of those champions, an omnivore style jungler who really wants to get 6 as fast as possible and use his advantage, his level 6 advantage, to use his very high impact ultimate and use that to snowball lanes, especially bot lane. Now here, I decided to go for a full clear of my jungle because I didn't see any really great opportunities to gank, and I wanted to get that super fast level 6. So I go through my whole jungle and make the clear, and this will get me to level 4 very quickly. And also looking at who I have on my team. I came into this game and top lane is a very kind of non-snowbally matchup. We have a Scion versus a Volibear, and Volibear has a lot of early advantage, but he doesn't scale very well, and Scion doesn't really do much whether he's ahead or behind. He'll have a fairly similar impact on the game. So that's a lane I felt like I didn't need to focus. And that's good, because I feel like one of Pantheon's strengths is to snowball the bot lane, and he also has some fairly strong early mid lane ganks because of his stun and because of the damage he deals. We also have a Swain on our team, and when playing with a Swain, something you really want to do is try and get them ahead early, because Swain is a very snowbally champ. If he gets behind, he's not that great, and often has trouble if he makes it to late game without having a lot of. He's tough to farm on without having a lot of kills. But if he gets ahead, he's one of the scariest champions to play against in the game because you just can't kill him. He's going to be able to 1v3 teams once he has his Zhonya's Hourglass, and so getting him ahead is really important. Also, Morgana was their only real AP damage, and so keeping her behind would mean that we could all stack armor and build and be able to stop a lot of their damage. If only their AD people are super far ahead, then that means we can build armor, and Morgana won't be much of a threat, even without us building much damage. So I'm going to focus this mid lane quite a bit here in the early game to get them ahead, because Pantheon is very good at ganking bot lane once he hits level 6, but before that you kind of want to avoid it and try and just get level 6 as fast as you can. So here I'm going to try and get a kill or assist for Swain, and I know I can use my flash W to stun her. So I come in, flash onto her, and am able to get first blood. Now this is good because it's going to be able to snowball us, and it also puts Morgana behind and gives Swain some free time. Morgana loses a lot of CS, and now I'm going to skip to further ahead in the game. Now at this point, I made some mistakes, my team made some mistakes, and we're fairly even, but it's only a little bit later. At this point, top lane, Volibear was really hurting our Scion, and really killing him a lot. But as I said before, if Scion's behind, he's still going to have the same impact on the game. My main goal is to not let Volibear just completely dominate and keep him somewhat not snowballing on us. But also I want to focus now on bot lane, because top lane doesn't matter as much. I just came up here so that I could get this kill, and he kind of decides that, oh, I'm dead, I'm not really gonna fight back too much, and which is an interesting choice. But the main thing I want to focus on here is that I'm still going to be trying to snowball this important mid lane advantage, and also our bot lane with Blitzcrank and Graves is also a very snowbally lane. So if I can keep them, even keep Jinx from getting super far ahead, because she gets scary late game if she's ahead, then that'll be really good for our team. So I'm just building straight into my jungle item, and I'm going to go down and try and use my ult bot lane to get a kill. Now, in this game, I'm really trying to test my limits, and when you go for a new champion, you want to really go all out in the normal. This is a normal. Go all out on them so that you learn what they can do and what they can't do. If you go too far, like this game I made some mistakes and died, that's fine because you're learning. So here I'm able to ult bot and am able to pick up 2 kills for my team. And that's great because that keeps them from getting snowballed on and helps us get some kills and get back an advantage. Because right now we're down, and we were struggling. His top lane was struggling, and there he finally got a kill back. So as I said, Sion's gonna scale one way or another. It doesn't really matter if I get him kills, so that's not a lane I want to focus. So I came down bot, and I'm gonna keep shuffling between bot and mid whenever I can. The important thing you want to learn is your champion's kind of what they're capable of. I knew Pantheon was good at tower diving, but this game I tried a lot to dive to check what the limits on that were. If I really could go underneath. And also just how much my mid-game power could be used, because I know Pantheon falls off more than almost any jungler in the game. So I knew he had to be really good in the mid game. See, right there my Q dealt enough damage for me to know that if we were able to fully go in, we could get that kill. Also, though I'm not particularly familiar with Pantheon's abilities and damage, my friend is a gold Swain main, and so I'm very familiar with what Swain can do when he's this far ahead. And by this point, he had snowballed quite a bit. So now I'm coming down here to give Swain the blue and help him out. Get myself some mana back, and then I'm going to head at bot to try and clean this up. Because Jinx is low, and Blitz isn't back yet. Now he's going to get back just in time to help to try and save her. But I'm able to use Pantheon's passive here. Pantheon's passive is that he blocks an auto attack every 4 or 5 abilities / auto attacks, and so here I know I'm at 3, so I'm able to juke into the bush with Blitzcrank coming at 18-20 HP, and I'm able to Q W onto him, activating my passive, so when he tries to punch me up into the air, I block his damage. And that means that I'm not going to take any damage, and it's enough time for Blitzcrank to come in and help me kill him. I didn't know if that would work, because I'm not completely familiar with the character's tankiness and damages, but again, I'm going in and trying to test my limits, and I was able to get a double kill, or at least 2 kills for my team, 1v2 there. So the important thing when you're playing a new champion is to just figure it out. Like, this game isn't for, if you feed your first game, that's fine. Just try and figure out what you need to do, and use your knowledge you already have to bolster that learning. Because really it's about trying things out and really using your abilities to find out how this champion is different from what you're used to. Find out how this champion is going to fit into your pool, or if you will. So there I decided to cancel my ult because they were my team was backing off, and now I'm able to get an ult in. And it's able to actually save Blitzcrank. So I do end up KSing my Graves. If they had stayed, if I hadn't ulted, they wouldn't have run away from that fight, and they probably would have continued to chase Blitzcrank. So here, I'm able to come in, and I'm way ahead, so I'm able to, even though it's kind of bad to have Pantheon with a lot of kills, I'm able to use that to pressure them out of this area and take control of it. And it also sets up, here, Morgana is going to make a mistake and stay. And as I have learned earlier throughout this game, I've learned my ability to tower dive, and I know there's no danger if I just walk in here, block that first tower hit, and just keep going, and then leave as Swain gets the kill. And now I'm snowballing him even further. And if I keep going, I mean, our bot lane is still far behind despite my attention there, and my top lane has been really feeding all game, but I've been able to keep the bot lane in the game and get this Swain so fed that over the course of the game, he and I were able to work together to carry. And this Rek'Sai comes in, but we are far enough ahead that I'm able to get some damage down on him, and because of how fed Swain is, he can take him out with his ult. So that has been my guide to learning a new champion, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.